Great. Welcome everybody to this webinar where you just saw a little intro about how it is to study at the University of Pécs. And we will go over to the presenters that we have lined up for you in just a minute. But before that, I will briefly explain to you some interactive options. My name is Luc Mulling, and you joined to hear more about the master programs from the Faculty of Business and Economics from the University of Pécs. Now, we have several options. First of all, you can say where you're from. I see already some people did that through the chat. So go ahead and let us know where you're logging in from. Moreover, we also have the option to ask questions, of course. You can write them at any time through the box called questions at the right bottom, and we will be answering the questions at the end. If you're watching the recording, you can also write still the questions. So you can also still take advantage. We can, of course, not answer them live. However, we will be sending them through to the staff of the university. I will also be opening up a couple of polls just to hear your background. I actually opened up one already just to know a bit more about your background. So you can already answer that. And last but not least, we have emoticons. You can give reactions basically to something if you like it. Exactly, that's the one, just to make it a little bit more fun and interactive. Now, without further ado, let's go over to the presenters and over to Maria, who will introduce herself and the others. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you for the intro, and welcome everyone to the webinar of the master programs by the Faculty of Business and Economics at the University of Pécs. We are going to talk about our two master programs, the Management and Leadership and the Business Development program. We're going to talk about the scholarship opportunities, the admission process, the student experience outside of the studies and outside of class. And at the end, we will answer your questions if you have any. As a start, please let me introduce you our team for today. Zsófia Ásványi, she is the head of the Management and Leadership program, but today she is here on behalf of both of the master programs. We have Yazan with us from the Business Development program and Umar from the Management and Leadership program. They are both second-year students, so they have quite a lot of experience about the studies, about the life here, so they can provide a good amount of information. First of all, I would like to ask Zsófia to just shortly introduce yourself and just tell us a bit about the two programs, like difference and what students can study on these two master programs.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. My name is Zsófia Ásványi, and I am here privileged sitting on behalf of the Faculty of Business and Economics. I am the Program Manager of Management and Leadership Masters, but I also have one course at the Business Development Masters. My basic field of specialization is human resource management, strategic human resource management. This is what I teach. Similar subjects on both of the masters. The two masters have quite a lot in common, but the basic difference is striking between the two masters. I could say really in short that the business development is focusing more on innovation and entrepreneurship, not necessarily within a company. It can be a small company or it can be a startup, while management and leadership covers those business areas that all companies, no matter in public sector or in private sector, use and have inside. So it's more like a horizontal perspective and covering a wide range of studies from marketing to finance and management. But probably tomorrow we'll also cover the topic that the two masters have common modules. Yazan and Umar also can share such experiences, how it is running to sit together, the two different program students on the same class, and also maybe about the differences. I'm happy to be here and looking forward to today's session.
Thank you very much. Now, you guys, just in order, if just a short introduction, and if you could talk as a start, you're both scholarship holders. We have the Stipendium Hungaricum scholarship program, which applications is open at the moment. It opened on the 15th of November and ends on the 16th of January. Both of our master programs are included in the scholarship program, which means which covers actually the tuition fee. It's actually a fully funded scholarship, so it covers the tuition fee. You receive a monthly accommodation contribution, a monthly stipend, and the health insurance is covered by the time you're studying here in Hungary, or the whole time you're studying here. As you're both scholarship holders, could you just tell a bit about how did you find this opportunity and about the admission process or the way you got to the university?
So first, thanks for this opportunity to share our experience. My name is Yazan Othman. I'm originally from Syria, born and raised there. And the first time I actually heard about the opportunity to come to Hungary, I was really excited. And regarding the application, which is usually the hardest part of any scholarship application, I was motivated because I heard over and over that it is actually a smooth process, starting with a very clear instructions and a very well informed staff behind the scholarship that actually circulates very frequently what's coming up next. So I was really attracted to the scholarship first, and then when I started the process, which when I came here, it was also 15th of November when it was the first date. I thought it's gonna take much time, so I was ready very soon, and I'm happy so far with the fact that I'm actually now graduating this semester. So it was a happy journey from start to end.
Great.
Thank you so much. My name is Mohammad Umar Salimi, and I'm from Pakistan. I'm also a scholarship holder here, the Stipendium Hungariacum. And I found out about this scholarship and this university from the Higher Education Commission website of Pakistan. And before this degree, I was in Germany. I did my global management master's from there. And scholarship for me was the biggest attraction to come here. But when I heard about the management and leadership degree itself, it was very unique because I have always been interested in psychology, sociology, and also business, and how these things together come together and are causing more and more progress and more efficiency for the businesses. And this is why I chose this. And it's been a very interesting journey so far. I still have one more semester to go, and I am very happy and very excited to continue my journey.
That's great. Thank you very much. What would you say, what was the biggest challenge let's just talk about the admission process now. We will get to the point where you can say something about the studies too.
Well, it goes without saying that it was COVID. So nothing that nothing challenging happened from the university side. Of course, there was the travel challenges, but again, it's not the admission itself. So COVID, that's first. But if you want to talk about the application itself, then probably that takes time. But again, any scholarship takes time, and I understand the volume of applicants and the screening, and so I didn't have expectation regarding waiting. I understand that waiting is part of any scholarship, but still, I was happy to that the scholarship has stages. So they don't keep you waiting for a long period of time. Every 1 month, you are informed that you move to the next stage. And so during the period of time, you know that you are actually making progress. And that helped a lot.
Yeah, because the scholarship application itself is a pretty long process. From November, let's say you start your application in November, it could take, like, if you're successful, then it takes up to middle of summer, actually, until you receive the final decision. So I would say it's a long process, but as you can hear the guys, it's worth it. So yeah, Umar, what can you say about that?
Well, it is time taking. There is no doubt about it. But the thing is that for Pakistan, there was a test initially. So there's like an even longer screening process, and there are like tens of thousands of students who apply. So you have to perhaps prepare for the test as well. But I can really say for all the students who are going to apply for this scholarship, is that you're really in luck, because for when we were applying, it was really hard due to COVID. We didn't know what are the regulations of embassy. Then you have to do COVID tests like again and again for the airlines and going to embassy, and even for the tests and masks and everything. So it was quite difficult for us. But you have to be patient, and if you have like a test, prepare for it, prepare well. And there are many Facebook groups, and there are many other groups on the internet which you can join. Just search for Stipendium Hungaricum and write the name of your country after that. And I'm pretty sure you will find a lot of resources which will really be helpful. Or you can always email the university. Thank you.
Yeah, that's actually a great idea, the Facebook groups, because there are dedicated Facebook groups for the Stipendium Hungaricum scholarship, where all the applicants just ask their questions if they have any doubts, or they just ask about the experience of students who got admitted in the previous year. So that's actually a great idea, and also that's probably, it could be the best suggestion that a student can give to an applicant to prepare well for the exams, if there is any exam in the sending country. As for now, we only have as an entrance exam, it's the admission interview. So there is no other test now that you need to complete, just uploading your document. Does it happen that you guys remember what you had to upload? Definitely.
Yeah, so for Pakistan, it is, I think, quite lengthy and tedious, particularly big, because you have to get, like, my degrees, my certificates from my school have like 5 stamps each behind them, and you have to like get it from like Foreign Office and Higher Education Commission, and you have to know for your country, for your region, what kind of accreditations and stamps, or whatever you want to call them, whatever they're called in your case, you have to get, so that you can really not get stuck in a particular process because you didn't get that in time. Sometimes it can take a lot of time to get a particular accreditation for your degree. So read the requirements thoroughly, and if you can get in touch with the student who is already here, who has gotten the scholarship, like, they can really give you the tips and a lot of information that is sometimes crucial and sometimes is overlooked by the students.
Well, for me, it was a bit easier. I don't know, maybe it's the country.
It's different actually in every country. The sending partners requirements could differ a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like every student from each country need to make sure what's the requirement by the sending partner. By us, by the university or the program itself, it's always the same.
Yes.
Like, I
would say that from the university, there is a file. I mean, I was an ambassador for the university, so I'm well aware of this year's. So there's a document called Call for Applicants, and it's a very thorough document. There's one table inside that file that clearly tells you when's the deadline of different kind of documents. Because again, one of the good things about this scholarship is that it's not one time thing. So uploading documents every document has a timeline, a deadline, and as long as you upload that document before that deadline, you are in the safe. You can imagine that you can start with a passport and motivation letter, which is the first requirements, right?
Yeah, and the motivation letter is a really important part. I would like to really highlight that don't make it general. When you upload your motivation letter, make it specific, because we do read the motivation letter and we ask about like what you wrote in the motivation letter. So we actually read it. It's not just a document that we ask you to upload.
And be authentic. I think that's the most important thing. Being generic is telling that you don't have a goal. If your dream is to experience a different culture, then include that in your motivation letter. It's okay to tell the world what your goal is. And of course, motivations are not singular, and it's not the same for everybody. So be authentic to your goal, to yourself, to your dream, maybe, and put that in words. Yeah, now I'm talking and I'm remembering exactly the time when I was writing my motivation letter. Yeah, so good luck. Start with the motivation letter and your passport. That's the first step, and then call for applicant file. You can find it on the website.
Yes, exactly. You guys are giving really good advices. That's great. Thank you. Yeah, beside the passport and the motivation letter, the most important documents in case of a master's application is the bachelor's degree. The transcript of records, it's also important because we do look at the result of your bachelor studies. Medical certificate, language certificate, it is also an important document. But you can read the list of the requirements and the exact requirements, for example, of the language certificate on our website on the ktk.pt.hu. But you can always email us to ask what are the exact requirements. Zsófia, from a lecturer's side, what do you think what's the most important in the motivational letter, if we were just talking about that?
Yes, thank you very much. I just wanted to say and emphasize again and again the importance of the motivation letter, because we don't know the applicants in person, obviously. So we get to know you through your motivation letter first. And this is the way you can step in to our spheres, to the university, so to say. So not only being authentic is important, but that's maybe number one, I agree. But also we like to see in the motivation letter that you are targeting us, so that you know where you're sending your letter to, you know at least something about the country, you know something at least about the university or the faculty or the program itself. There are really a lot of information uploaded on the faculty's website, as Maria indicated. So just prepare, okay? Prepare yourselves. This preparation also helps you for the motivational interview, for the interview itself. Because the interview is basically not an exam. It's not a professional exam in business and economics, but in line with your motivation letter, we would like to know you. We would like to know your goals. We would like to know your interests, and of course, your background and your language skills. So many things in like 15 minutes or 10 minutes. This is the duration of the interview. It's less business related, more personal talk, more motivations and interests. And that should be fully in line what we read in your motivation letters.
Yeah, exactly. We did a lot of admission interviews together, so we can say all these from experience. So what would you say, what would you suggest to students who are preparing for admission interview? Of course, everyone is nervous.
That's normal.
Yeah, that's normal. We were nervous too before this webinar. But if there is one thing that you could say,
I would say two things. One sounds simple, but prepare technicalities, because these are online interviews, and it happens from time to time, also from our side, obviously, not only from your side, that the Wi-Fi connection or the internet connection is not perfect. That's fine. Don't stress about it too much, but make all the necessary preparations that has to be done. So choose a safe and calm place, a room where you can freely speak. This is number one. Number two, regarding the content, it's okay if you think it's a serious thing, because it is a serious thing. This is a job interview, by the way, so you can get your first or second jobs when you enter the university. But be honest and be prepared. Prepared from the university a little bit and the program. We need to see that you're targeting us.
Yes, that's a great advice, actually. Thank you very much. Guys, what can you say about the program itself? Like, you're both in your second year, you have quite a lot of experience with lecturers, classes, classmates, whatever. What do you think? What could you say about what do you enjoy the most, for example?
Well, originally I'm an engineer, and I'm a curious person. So the first thing after my engineering was to go the other way around, try to do something with humanities. So I took some training in international humanitarian law, and I found it very theoretical. So I turned back to technology, and I involved myself into a master's in web technology. Still, there was a piece missing before my PhD. It was the business element. Whether you choose management or entrepreneurship, business is the key, because at the end of the day, you can turn yourself into an asset, and that asset has a value. And we're living in a world that is a big market. So you need to learn how to capture your values, skills, shape them, and turn them into addition to the market, whatever it is. And so I chose business development because I believed that with my engineering, my technical background, I can create something, but can I sell it? Can I put it in the market? Can I put it with the best position in the market? There wouldn't be a day that I regret choosing this program, because it taught me just that. Last week I was hopefully in touch with Netflix, probably telling them about the next big idea for them. So wish me luck.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, okay, that sounds great. Okay, good luck.
Well, that's actually very inspiring for me. I can definitely learn a few things from that. I've always been a management student from since my 12th grade. And if you want to know about where would this degree lead you, there are people right now in Morgan Stanley, in PwC, and many other great companies, high-value companies right now after this degree. And I think that what tells you where the value of this degree comes from. The teaching, the curriculum, everything is, I think, getting better and better. With every semester, it is very top class, I would say. And the guest lecturers, and you really get to see what is happening right now in the real business world, and not just theories. And you get very current research papers and case studies and experienced people from various organizations who visit, and they tell you what they do and how they run the things, and you can ask questions to them. And it's very practical, I think, but theory goes with it, and you have to learn theory, and you have to get the practical experience as well to master what you learn here. But I think it's really a stepping stone. It's a very big stepping stone that can help you a lot in your career.
May I add something?
Of course.
Thank you. It was so inspiring listening to you. You can see how smart and brilliant students we have, honestly, which gave me another idea to share with you, because this is obviously a learning process for you, a learning experience, but also a learning experience for the university and the two program managers as well. Because as Umar said also, that we are getting better and better in a way that we try to follow, we use benchmark, we try to follow what other universities, what the science dictates us. We are also listening to company representatives, businesses, what they advise us how to develop the programs. Last but not least, we are also listening to our students because their feedback is important. We gather their feedbacks each semester, either positive or negative. Constructive criticism is always part of the game. And based on their feedbacks, we are improving not only the curriculum itself, but also the modules inside to offer them that kind of learning experience that helps them the most to be successful at Netflix or in other companies.
Regarding the flexibility and the feedback, every semester we are given the opportunity to assess the semester in terms of materials, in terms of the presenter, the lecturer, and I think this is unique. I never had this opportunity in other universities. This shows the student that there's some certain level of control and contribution given to them. I don't personally see it as a way to say thank you to a professor or not. I actually take my time answering the questions and reading it through. So yeah, I think that I can feel the difference in 4 semesters, how things changed, challenges solved and never showed up again. I think that this learning for the university is actually paying off.
That's actually really great to hear, because sometimes these feedbacks would not reach us, but now it's great to hear, really. So good luck for both of you, and keep us updated.
Thank you.
Let's put the university and the studies aside a bit. What do you think about the city itself? Like, what do you do in your free time? What kind of activities would you do when you're not studying?
You want me to start? Okay, yeah. Sure. Well, for me, I actually recently learned swimming. I didn't know how to swim. I recently enrolled in a course to learn swimming, and there's like an instructor, and like I was, of course, the oldest and the tallest one around with the kids, and still the kids do a lot better job than me. But that's what it is. Like, you know, there was like, we never got a chance to do that, and here we did. I would say Pécs has the most beautiful city center in Hungary out of all the cities. And it's very peaceful, it's very calm. You would see a lot of international students here. So you cannot like walk and miss, like there's always an international student from various different countries. And you can always meet Erasmus students who come here for 1 semester. And there are many get-togethers, many events here as well. Many sports opportunities. There is a hiking trip that goes every single Sunday or Saturday. They go for a hike in the mountains or some, you know, nice hill station every week. So there's a lot to do, and of course you can travel throughout Europe if that's what you're saying. It's a bit difficult to do in the semester. But I think that there are lots of opportunities. You basically have to reach here and just do a Google search and meet the right people. You cannot get bored here.
Well, probably you were more productive than me. You learned how to swim. I tried. Fun fact: my dormitory was 1 minute away from a swimming pool. So during summer, I tried, and I still can't swim, by the way, but I tried every day to like 6 a.m. before school, like for work, because I'm an intern and still am. So I didn't learn, but there are other things that I did to besides school. So I want to talk about going out and meeting friends, because I actually spend most of my weekends doing that. Explore the city, explore other cities and other countries, because if you think about it, you came all the way from a different continent, maybe. You establish yourself with your dormitory and whatever you check in, but then in summer you're actually 5 hours away from Vienna, and you know that everything is set up for you when you come back. So yeah, take the time to explore. Pécs is 2 hours 30 minutes away from Budapest, and from there you can take cheap flights to almost any city in Europe. So try do that.
Yeah, that's correct. Like spending your free time here, like as Yazan said, Budapest is like 2.5 hours away from here, and you can easily access with train on the highway, with like carpool or bus, and even these big European cities, like cheap flights indeed, but also train to Vienna, or this Flixbus thing, or just take just a regular bus. It's so cheap, and you can reach any big cities in a few hours, and you can just spend like a long weekend there. So we are in the middle of Europe. That's one great advantage, that you can spend your free time like doing whatever. We are both from Pécs. You're from Pécs too, right? So it's for us. Of course, we can only say nice things about it. It's our hometown, but I think we can say, I can say in both of our names that it's a small city, definitely, but still you can find whatever you want. Like if you want something like busy and a lot of people, you can go to the city center and find that. Like for example, in a Saturday night, I think you can agree that that it is busy in the city center, at bars, restaurants, clubs. But still, if you're really not into that, then you can still find your own things to do. If you don't like this busy nights or whatever, just go hiking or meet up with friends in like any of their houses. That's what most of the students do. So
I want to add that to give them an example, Christmas is coming, and we literally had a conversation last week with my friends, like, hey, what do you want to do? Options in Pécs included Croatia and beach there, and Paris, because that's also an option. So or Budapest, which is an amazing, beautiful city to be. So if you, for students coming, that's a set of options that you cannot have every day. I feel privileged to have those options, and I really wish for those to have the same experience as I did, because I really enjoyed it.
So then what's the plan? Do you know already what you're going to do? Are you going to visit these Christmas markets? Because that's a huge thing in Europe, Christmas markets in all the big cities. We have a Christmas market in Budapest, in Croatia, in Zagreb. So in Pécs, yeah.
My best friend is actually from Pakistan, and she recommended the one in Budapest. So probably we're going there. So yeah, let's see why she prefers that. I've never been there myself.
Really?
Because there was one Christmas during COVID, so yeah, I missed that. So let's see this one.
Yeah, okay, that sounds great. Would you add anything else, like if something I didn't ask, what you would like to say?
But
about anything?
There's just so much. I'm just thinking that a specific question would be really nice. I mean, you can have a very nice time here. It's just you can just think about anything and you can just do it here. I think it's just about how much time and how much effort you are willing to invest in it.
I want to add something about Hungarians. So today was the deadline of my thesis, and my thesis was about Hungarians. So I did a comparison between Hungarians and Syrians. I think that's part of the mission of being in a different country, to actually explore that on an academic level. And I wouldn't say that the research results are finalized, but I can say that expect people who are shy, but shy is good. Shy means that they have a lot to tell, just not the time yet. invest in telling your own personal story. Again, be authentic when you make a friend, because they can perceive that, they appreciate this authenticity, and they reciprocate it. So expect shy nation, but friendly one once they open up, which is probably the case. Over a beer or a coffee, whatever it is. Yeah, I recommend Hungarians.
And I recommend international students. And that's not like just saying. I live in the city center where the campus is located, or close to the city center. And I walk very frequently in the city center. And what Umar said, yes, the city is full of international students or exchange students, which really changed the shape of the city, changing. That's in present tense, I would say, Hungarians who live in Pécs. So being shy is okay, I think, but being open is just as important. And I believe that not only the campus but the city is getting more and more open to international students, and we're changing the.
Happy to be part
Yep.
of that.
We didn't mention the campus. Maybe just a sentence about the campus, which
Sure.
is very modern infrastructure. We are currently sitting in one of the nicest rooms of the campus, a very modern one. You might not see the surroundings, but we are actually in a little oasis, meaning that in the middle of the city, we have a small garden. Did you realize how nice our garden is? With a cafe in the middle of the garden. Students really like sitting out, talking, having a coffee or even a beer in the cafe. So it's a very livable campus and a livable city, I would say, in Hungary, where not only students enjoy life, but also university members, university staff members.
We do too. Well,
Sorry, you don't need the mic.
Yeah, I have my own thing. Thank you.
Sorry.
So if there is nothing else from your side, then thank you. It was really great to know more about your experiences and your ideas, especially. I think now we can jump to the questions if there is any. I hope, Luke, we have a lot of questions, and we will be happy to answer them.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, everyone, already. So that was very useful information. And we did indeed already get some questions. So from the live audience, we can take them now. For the people watching the recording, you can still write your questions at any time, by the way, but we just, of course, cannot answer them live. But we will send them through to the staff of the University of Pécs. Anyway, let's get started. Ruby is asking, I want to ask about the accreditation. What can you say about that?
The accreditation, that's what you said?
Yeah. You mentioned the name of the country from the question.
Which more specific, yeah.
Yeah, but
Accreditation, you mean the Middlesex University or the EFMD accreditation or something else you have in mind?
Yeah, I guess it's not, but I guess he means, the official recognized accreditation. If the University of Pécs has any specifics to that.
well, on our bachelor program, we have the EFMD accreditation, the European Foundation for Management Development accreditation. We are definitely planning to extend this accreditation to our master programs as well. But at the moment, we only have it on the Business Administration and Management bachelor program, if that's what you meant. If the Middlesex University, that's not available anymore. That was kind of a double degree opportunity, but it's not available anymore. Joint degree kind of thing. It's not available anymore on our master programs. I hope that was an answer. the question. Or
And just one more tiny remark on that. As Maria said, it's on the EFMD accreditation. If you had this in mind, we have on a bachelor level, but the standards that we introduce and that we run on the bachelor level, we wish to and do extend on other programs, including the 2 masters that we are talking now, meaning that as we have as a clear plan to have the EFMD accreditation for one of the masters, we have good standards for that because we are using the bachelor scheme for that.
Okay, thank you very much. I hope that answered the question. We did the thumbs up, so I guess that is answering the question. Next, go over to the next question. Otherwise, Ruby, let us know. We have a question from Alam Sia, is asking how much is the fee estimation until the graduation?
If we're talking about the scholarship, as I mentioned, the tuition fee is covered. So you only need to pay your monthly living costs. Basically, that would be like, let's say that's just a rough estimation. It's like 500 euro. Let's 500 or 600 euro. If we are talking about the fee paying program, because the program exists in the fee paying way as well, the tuition fee is 4,000 euro per semester on the master's level. So like overall for the program, if you finish in 4 semesters, that would be 16,000 euro and plus the living costs.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that would be a cost estimation roughly.
Thank you very much. And I just put the link to the scholarship since it was mentioned and asked before on the screen. So there you find more information about, well, I see several scholarship options. So if you click on that, you can at your own time after the webinar have a look. Next question from Ala is, what can you say about the stages and the permit of job? I guess internships maybe is meant, and job permits.
When you get your resident permit here, which is I think within a month when you arrive here, you will get a work permit with it. It has like some specific number of hours. I don't remember that currently. 20? Okay, 20 per week. Yes, so it's 20 per week. And you also just go to the taxation office and you can get your tax number within like 10 minutes, depends on the queue. So you don't have to like go again, it's just one-time visit. So you can find a job, and my friends, many of them are working as well here in Pécs. So yes, you can find an employment here. It's not that.
I just want to add something that actually the city has many branches of companies that find jobs for students. So as long as you are, of course, now we're talking about today, November, we're in November, but by the time you're here, you need to check the current regulation at that point of time to see. But at this point, it is 20 hours part-time job per week, and you get the tax ID, and you can reach out to those organizations that find and match organizations with students.
Yeah, you could hear first-hand information, so I think that was a great answer. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. And let's see, we got another question in. Yeah, Bassem is asking, can I study in campus?
What, like in campus? The teaching is on campus. We do not have a hybrid or online education at the moment. We had during COVID, and we had to switch like in a very short period of time. But at the moment, it's only on campus teaching.
Okay, that was all right. Let us know if that's answering your question. All right, so we did get a follow-up question from Ruby. Ruby says, thank you for your answer about the accreditation. So is it correct the double degree is not available anymore? He's asking.
The Middlesex is not available. That's correct. But as a fee-paying student, and it's important to highlight that it's only available for fee-paying students, there is a double degree program available with ESDES University in Lyon, France. So that's a possibility to earn basically both degree at the end of your studies, but it is only available for fee-paying students at the moment. We're trying to set up a way how it could be accessible for scholarship holders, but that's a bit more difficult. So we have other opportunity, but the Middlesex itself is not available anymore.
Okay. Thank you. We get a follow-up question from Bazem. What he meant with on campus was living on campus. Is that possible?
Oh, okay. Well, we have 10 dormitories, and they are throughout the city. There is one really close to our campus, but most of the students, I believe, in one dormitory, it's Santo Dormitory, I believe you live there. It's not that close to this campus, but it's like, what, 10 minutes by bus or something like that. I don't know what you're taking when you're coming to school, maybe bike.
I try. So out of the 10 dormitories, I lived in 3.
Oh, okay.
So I would say that, yeah, it's about 10 minutes maximum, 20 if you want to walk. Yeah, so
it's easily accessible.
It wouldn't, it wouldn't be any of your. It shouldn't be any of your concerns about the.
Yeah, so it's not exactly the same building, but all of them are close.
Okay. Thank you very much. And next question we received from Alina is: can we study Hungarian for free?
Yeah. Yes, I believe both you guys are studying Hungarian.
Yes, I actually finished A1 and A2. And for stipendium students, it's actually compulsory that you study Hungarian.
Yes.
And the teachers are very good. They put a lot of effort and energy. And I want to really express that because, like, my Hungarian is not that good. But, like, they really make you learn. Like, they really put a lot of effort. And I think if you give your time and you put your heart to it, you can learn a lot of good Hungarian here in Pécs. And actually, from a student from Budapest mentioned that Pécs has the best Hungarian because she learned from like 2-3 cities because she changed university a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
So she said the curriculum and the teachers here are very good. And that's true. I agree with that.
Can I add that when I first came here, I thought that the word compulsory was like, why compulsory? But then it is the realization that you need it. You should ask for it if it's not compulsory, because of course, Hungarian's not spoken maybe outside Hungary. So moving here and living here means that you need to interact for groceries, for day-to-day life. So now I feel grateful that it was compulsory, and a very good job that you actually continued, right? You continued to A2. Yes. That's wonderful. So proud of you.
So you're an A1.
Yes. Igen.
Okay. Look, you're muted, I think.
I am on mute. So, all right. So I was saying we did get another question in from Ayolim. Which documents do you need to send to the university? Do you have to write a motivational essay? I think you mentioned something about that.
Yes, you definitely have to write a really good motivation letter. Beside that, you need to upload to your application your passport, your bachelor's degree, the original bachelor's degree. If it's not in English, then it needs to be officially translated to English. You need the transcript of records of your full bachelor studies, the medical certificate. There is a form on the website that you can check so you can see what kind of tests you need to take. You need to attach a CV, and the language exam certificate, which there is a list also on the website of the acceptable language certificates. So basically, these are all the documents that you need to attach. I think I didn't miss anything.
The medical report.
The medical report. That's just, I said that there is a form on the website that you can see the kind of tests you need to take. So basically, that's it.
Okay, thank you. I will actually share the link once more to the program overview, where you can apply as well. So all the application process, basically, you can find that there. It's coming right now on the screen. So there you find the 2 masters in business development and management and leadership, and you can click through and get more information on the degrees and further information to apply and requirements as well. I see. So great to have that there. Click on that and it opens up and you can have a look at your own pace after the webinar. All right, we do have a couple minutes left for questions if there are any. At this point, all questions have been answered. So if you still have some, this is your moment, let us know. Otherwise, do still let us know the polling answers, please. We opened up a couple of polls. I already see various ones of you have answered. So thank you for your answers. Also, the people watching the recording, you can all participate. So do join in as well. We'd like to hear from you as well. And also, last but not least, before I forget, we have a special student community. So in the chat, I posted the link to the student community where amongst yourself as students, you can network, chat, and share information. So, for example, about housing, or maybe you're joining in from a similar country and you're looking to go to Hungary, you can share your experiences or information in that student community. So go ahead and join that. We will paste also the recording there right after this session. All right, having said that, I don't see any further questions. So I think they're all have been taken care of. Then I think we're getting to the end of the session. And before we drop over to Maria to round off, I will open up the last poll just to see how we have done, if you enjoyed the session. So I'm going to publish that right now. Let us know your grade. So from 1 to 5, how we did, 5 being the best. And hopefully, well, so far I already see various ones giving us good grades. So that's great to see. Thank you. And we hope this session was useful for you. And over to you, Maria, to round off the session.
Yeah, I can just only repeat to you that we hope that you enjoyed and you will give us a lot of 5s for this webinar. And I hope you enjoyed the student reviews kind of thing, like their opinion, their experiences. And we hope to see you in the next intake. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to us. Luke will share the contact details with you, and if you have any question regarding the scholarship itself, the student life, the program, the curriculum, whatever you have in mind, just ask and send us an email, and we will do our best to reply to you. And yeah, again, we hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching us for this whole hour almost.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.